This guy, one of the top comedic talents in the world, is working on one of the biggest comedy shows around. And then one day, out of nowhere, bang, someone kills him. But why? The man's name is Phil. From the start, all Phil wants is to become a famous comedian. He's taking improv classes, doing stand-up, and working as hard as he can to break through. Finally, he catches a bit of success. Phil and a friend create a fictional character, Pee Wee Herman, who goes on to have his own show, Pee Wee's Playhouse. On that show, Phil sometimes appears as Captain Carl, a side character. His career starts moving in the right direction. He co-writes the script for the Pee Wee Herman movie, even landing a cameo role. The movie becomes a hit, and Phil starts getting more offers: cameos, movies, TV roles, and voice acting gigs. Things are looking up. But then Phil meets Bryn, a former swimsuit model and aspiring actress. Phil is smitten, and they start dating. Around this time, Phil's career takes a giant leap forward. He auditions for Saturday Night Live and nails it. He's cast on the show, his dream job, and instantly becomes a fan favorite. The other cast members love him, and the audience loves his impersonations, especially his takes on Ronald Reagan and Bill Clinton. As his career soars, Phil lands major voiceover roles on The Simpsons, including the iconic character Troy McClure. His professional life is thriving, but things are different for Bryn. Now married to Phil, she wants to make it big in Hollywood too. But while Phil is starring in SNL and The Simpsons, she's stuck at home with their 2 kids, struggling to get her own career going. Despite her efforts, auditions, visiting Phil on set, and even appearing in the SNL opening credits once, nothing takes off. This starts to weigh on Bryn, and the strain on their marriage grows. She begins to resent Phil's success while she remains in the background. Things take a darker turn. Bryn has long battled depression and anger issues, often turning to drugs and alcohol to cope. Phil pressures her to get help, and she enters rehab multiple times. After a while, she manages to get clean, but her sobriety doesn't last. At a Christmas party with the news radio cast, where Phil is now starring, Bryn accepts cocaine from his co-star Andy Dick, triggering her relapse. From there, her addiction spirals out of control again, and the tension in her marriage with Phil intensifies. She returns to rehab several times, but can't stick with it. One night, after a fight with Phil, things go horribly wrong. Bryn, high on drugs and alcohol, retrieves a gun and shoots Phil while he sleeps. Panicked, she flees to a friend's house, confessing what she's done. The friend follows her back home, where he finds Phil dead and calls the police. Moments later, Bryn locks herself in the bedroom and takes her own life. Phil was only 49. The tragic end of a comedic legend shocked the world, leaving behind a legacy of laughter and a story of heartbreak. This was the end of today's story. Leave a like if you like it, and make sure you subscribe to Talescape for more daily crime stories.